Today I'm going to make a beginner web page. It's going to show you the basics of creating a web page from scratch. So what you want to do first is put in your tags. Always start with tag HTML. Then just set the bottom tag. So the backslash there is for closes the tag. And what we're going to do today is we're going to add a little bit of CSS to have a little bit of style on our hyperlinks when we make those. So if you need resources, I would suggest W3 Schools, which can be found on the web. Just because you might need a list of color codes, and if you want to stylize your buttons differently. So let's first set our tags for the web page. We're going to do head/head. We'll just put here hello world. If you want to change the size of the header, you could do, it's either H1 is the biggest, and H2 and 3 are a little bit smaller, so we can add 3 different types. It doesn't matter in HTML if you hit enter or not. So I find hitting enter is helpful because it helps organize it and it won't change anything. World. H3 is the smallest header. I think you can go further, but it's just easier this way. Okay, I'm just gonna move some of this down. Okay, then we got the body is the main part of the HTML. If you want to change the background color, you can do so right now. Put in the, you have to add the code BG color. And most colors, you don't need the hex code. The hex code is like some weird combination of letters and numbers all in caps. For most colors, though, you can do like violet. It'll pick up violet. When you put in that, you have to always put quotes. Make sure to save your document. I'm just going to do a test. And we're going to save it as HTML. So we want to make sure that, I like to always choose all file types and then just erase.txt and put in HTML. We'll just call it test.html. So it seems Notepad++, you have to actually load it again if you want to see the definitions. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so now that I have right-clicked and edited the test.html document in Notepad++, I highly recommend Notepad++. You can download it for free. It's open source. You can program in a lot of languages, not just making websites. It supports Java and among other things. But once you save and load in the HTML, you can see it helps you color code everything so you can see exactly what is going on. So all the main tags are in blue. Text is black. When you put in the defining code, such as background color, it will be red. And when it glows purple, it's just showing that all this is happening within the body. When you put in the quotes for the background color, within the quotes to define what the background color is, it will always make that color be. It will always make whatever's in. It does not necessarily color, but it will always be purple. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I'm going to put a paragraph. You can also style the paragraphs if you need as well. You can do font colors. We'll just say, let's just make it bold for now. Say this is a test. /bold /paragraph. I'm going to do italics. It's I /I. Underline is U /U. Okay. Now if you want to add Okay, so we'll make a second paragraph. You can either do break, BR is break, or you can just do paragraph. Break adds an extra line, so an empty space. So this will extend it a little further because paragraph already extends the lines lower. So if you add a break, it'll lower it even more. Let's increase the font size. And we'll say 28 pixels. Make it bigger. And then we're going to add a link. Well, first we'll say this is another test. Okay. Slash font. This slash P. Okay. And then what we want to do now is we're going to do a third paragraph. We're going to say this is a test. And we're going to add a link. So if you want to add a hyperlink, what you want to do is the test, and then we're going to say this is a link. If you want the word link to be a hyperlink, you're going to put it before it, a space href equals, and we'll say https, we'll just make it Google for now, and close the parentheses after the quote. And then you want to do, after that link, you do slash a tag. So you end the tag there. You have to end the bold. You can just add a space there. P. Okay. So that's a basic web page. Now, so if you want to add a style, CSS style, so what I want to do now is, well, first let's take a look at the page. Okay, so this is the page, and this is what we just made. So we got our violet background, we have our 3 headers, we have our paragraph that says this is a test, we have another paragraph with a break, making it a higher font size. I said this is another test, and then a paragraph below that saying this is a test and this is a link. So I want to click the link. Ah, it goes to Google. It works. Now we're going to add CSS to the mix. What we're going to add is a style code that will change this link into a button. Okay, so if we go back here, we made sure that everything came out roughly as we stated it would. So let's paste that here. So this is how you would make a button. You would have the style tag, and then it would be organized differently. It's a little bit more advanced than HTML, but you can make your pages look very good with these buttons. So you'll have a link and visited defined by a colon here and here, and then so it would have the background color defined here. You don't have to use a hex code, but it helps. When it says color here, it might be just slightly confusing what this color is for, but this is the text color. So color means that the text within the button is black. Padding is how thick you want it. You can change this, just simply change the values, don't make it drastic. Text is aligned in the center, so within the button, the text is in the center of the button. You can make it left or right too, or justified. Text decoration, in this case none. Display, inline block. So all these can be, this is just one style I'm doing. There's different definitions if you're going to change the style. And then we're also going to have a hover definition for our button. So the background color of the button will change to this once it is hovered over. So I'm just going to save that. And now we're going to look at our page again. Going back here, we can just hit refresh. Oh, look, it's a button now. So now it glows blue when I put over it, right? Still going to Google. Let's change it a little more. So going back here. Okay, so let's just say we'll just make it a let's make it a blue button. We'll make white text. I don't even feel like looking up the hex codes right now, so it's just easier to do it like this. And then hover, I want to be, let's do gray. Actually, let's make it green. That's more fun. Other things I'm going to change here. want to center my document. So let's center the head with the center tag. I also don't like my link. Well, let's center the body too. So we'll just center all this. Center slash center. I don't like my link coming in the same window. So what you're going to add is within the href space target equals underscore blank. That will open up a new tab. If you do self, that means it's the same thing as not even putting this here at all. So that's just within the same window. All right, let's take a look. Oh, I want to change my background color to be gray. Okay. This one I want font color to be, let's say red. Slash font. So I'm just adding a bunch of variables, a bunch of optional things here. Let's refresh. It should look a lot different. Oh, yeah, that came out a lot better. All right, so we got hello world, everything center, hello world in red. It's another test, and link. See, now it goes to a new tab. There. Oh, one other thing I want to do, I want to change the font type. So let's see here. So what I want is, okay, so to change the font, what you want to do is you want to go within the field that you're working on, so the paragraph, and you can just put in style. So add the word style equals, and then you want to put quotes font dash family colon Arial, for example. So we'll just save that. Hit refresh, and now it's Arial. Even change the link as well. So anything within that paragraph. And you can do that here, here, and we'll do in the headers as well. Now if we refresh it, okay, I've missed a couple. And then here, here, here. You don't have to be that tedious, but I find it easier. There, now everything is Arial, so I changed the font type as well. I hope this is helpful for a beginner's lesson in making a website page, as well as some HTML tutorials, as well as CSS. Thank you. Have a nice day.